Welcome to the Dr. Dare Show. My name is Dr. Frederick Dare. I am a therapist here in Atlanta, Georgia, and welcome to my channel. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes, you subscribe, like this video, share it, and click the little bell at the bottom of the screen so that you will get updates of when I upload new content. We usually cover hot topics or mental health issues. Today is no different. Today we're asking, it's a hot topic. Today we're asking, why did Varian Hibbert stab his mother on Thanksgiving Day? Again, why did Varian Hibbert stab his mother on Thanksgiving Day? So let me give you a little background. This took place in Lawrenceville, Georgia, probably like, I would say 25 to 35 minutes away from Atlanta, depending on traffic, at the 1100 block of Misty Valley Court. And that was around noon. I think the victim's body was discovered. So his mom's name is Marcia Chance, rest in peace. It seems like there was a domestic assault that was happening at the house. There was a younger boy that called 911. This case is still under investigation. And so when the police got there, the mom had already passed from her wounds from being stabbed, I'm assuming. And so they arrested Varian Hibbert for felony murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a knife during the commission of a felony. And so the reason this story caught my attention, because I am a therapist, but I see this all the time in families where you notice that something is not quite right with a person in your family, a family member. But I think sometimes we try to push through that, and we may pray and hope that it will go away. And a lot of times it is a mental health issue. I don't know if this is the case with this. I'm thinking it is, but I haven't done an assessment on him, on Varian, so I don't know, so I don't want to speculate. But it seems like there is a mental health piece that needs to be explored, which is probably going to be explored during the investigation. And so what I was reading online and from some of the neighbors is that there were instances where Varian was walking through the neighborhood talking to himself, and there even one neighbor who said that Varian was actually trying, on camera, he was trying to get into their home. So there's a lot of strange things that Varian allegedly was doing that could lead somebody to think that there was a mental health issue. But the big question that I see on social media is, should he go to jail or should he go to a psychiatric hospital for treatment? And I'll read some of those cases, some of those social media responses in a second. But this I've talked about this before, but I think families sometimes ignore when that person, that family member is, we call it strange, but they're doing stuff that's just not what we would consider normal. I hate using that word, but normal behavior. Like somebody's outside walking and talking to themselves. That's not the normal behavior. We all talk to ourselves, but when it's a difference. And so I wanted to look at this because I think a lot of families do have this happening in their family, and this is a case that we can use, that hopefully you will use if you have someone in your family and you feel like there's something mentally not right. Please let them go get an assessment at a psychiatric hospital or a psychiatrist, and make an appointment for them just to get an assessment so that you know what is happening with that person so that they could seek treatment. Like I said, I don't know if Varian Hibbert saw a psychiatrist. I don't know if he's was on medication. If you know anything about him, I saw a lot of responses, and I'll read them, saying that they've known him for a while, and he did produce like strange behaviors and all of that type of stuff. And then I was thinking about the poor mom. She probably was suffering and scared and fear, living with her own son, and then the outcome is this negative situation. So if you find yourself in this situation where you know your son, your daughter, your husband, your wife is not normal, is displaying some kind of mental health issue, please seek help. Please contact a therapist, contact like a psych hotline just to ask the questions and see what it is that you need to do, because we don't want this to happen. This poor mom, rest in peace, Marcia Chance, and I'm sending prayers and my condolences to her family and to the family, to both for Varian as well, because it's just a sad situation. And so there was some history of police interaction with Varian Hibbert. I saw there was 2 counts of false imprisonment, simple assault, placing others in fear, simple battery, and criminal damage. Later, I guess last year or sometime like that. So there is some documentation that there was a problem with Varian, and I think it was just overlooked, or people just got comfortable that this was his behavior, which was not acceptable. So let me read some of the thoughts that people are saying on social media. These are not my thoughts. I hope that somebody did try to get help for him. And if that's the case, this is just a sad outcome. So somebody said, this is so sad. He seems to have had some form of autism. I hope they just don't throw him in jail with no help. Another person says, this young man needs some medical attention. He must have some serious mental issues. Hope he gets the help that he needs. Then some person says, I've seen abuse towards kids before, and they never taken the kid's side if it goes on and on. Then the rage builds up. This should have been noticed and stopped a long time ago. Killing is not right, and abuse is not right. Sad all the way around. Not saying mom abused him, but if he needed help, no one helped him. This is a response from social media, so this is not me. Some more responses from social media, just in case you just popped in on that piece. I can only pray that this young man gets the help he desperately needs for his mental illness. This is heartbreaking because there isn't any place that really helps them now. Here's another response. We as parents have to stop the verbal abuse. Verbal abuse kills kids and leads to you being killed. Let's be honest. I heard plenty of parents curse their kids out, call them MFers, bit, and more. Deep down inside, those words hurt. This has to stop. True. Another response, he killed his mom, which is really sad, but we have to really get something in place for people who suffer from mental health. Totally agree with that one. He needs another response. He needs help that he'll never receive. And then another person says, not mental. He knows what he did. He wants us to think he's mental. Look at the signs. He calls himself throwing up. Just plain evil. So those are some of the responses. And that last response is in relation to a video where I think Varian is throwing up some kind of sign as he's being arraigned or in the courtroom, and that's what that person was talking about. But the bottom line is, if someone is suffering from mental health, we need to get them the help that they need. Not ignore it, not just push it under the rug, and also not verbally abuse them because we think it's just bad behavior. Some people don't know what mental health illness looks like. I don't know the scenario. Some of these people, maybe they know more about the story than I do. But if someone is suffering from mental illness, you have to be careful not to just constantly verbally abuse them by calling them names and all of that type of stuff. I don't know if that happened in this situation. Again, I'm just going on what they're saying, but my main point is, if you have someone in your family that you feel like has a mental health illness, or you think they're acting strange, at least call a psychiatrist or a therapist and ask them questions and what should your next steps be. I feel like if you are experiencing this and you feel like it's strange and it's not, I feel like you should reach out to a psychiatrist or a therapist, ask some questions, if you can get the person in there to do assessment, just so that you can know what's going on. And that is my tip on this story. Again, rest in peace, Marcia, I think that's her name, Marcia Chance, or Marsha Chance. She was only 42 years old. And condolences again to the family. And I hope that Varian Hibbert gets the help that he needs. All right? Thank you. Check out some of my other stories. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe.